Do you really think the bank gave you a credit card because they trust you? Yeah, that's the biggest lie disguised as a courtesy. The truth no one tells you is this: credit cards are designed to drain your money. And what's worse, you're thankful for it. The more you swipe, the more they profit. And the less you notice that you've become a prisoner to the system. While you're out there breaking down payments in 10 installments, thinking you're being smart, the bank has already calculated how much they'll profit off of you. And trust me, it's not a small amount. If you think this is some kind of financial conspiracy, hold tight. Because I'm about to reveal everything they don't want you to know. This isn't about cutting your card. It's about using it the way they use you. The best part? You don't need a degree in finance to get this. What you're about to learn will help you stop bleeding money and start using your credit card as a tool, not a trap. But for that to happen, you're going to have to unlearn everything they taught you about personal finance. Ready? Because after this, there's no going back. What banks never tell you about credit cards. Most people think of credit cards as just a convenient way to buy stuff. But what no one tells you is that credit cards are designed to trap you in the financial system. Banks don't give you a limit out of kindness. They give it to open a door to your financial dependence. The less you understand, the more they profit. And the scary part? It all feels easy, until your bill becomes a nightmare. Credit card contracts are full of fine print that nobody reads, and that's where the traps are. There are fees for this, penalties for that, and even fees on top of fees. It's all masked with technical names to confuse you. One day, you look at your statement and wonder where all your money went. Spoiler, it went straight to their pockets. They hand you the card with a smile, but never teach you how to use it wisely. No talk about discipline, emotional control, or real spending limits. Why would they? If you were financially savvy, they wouldn't make money off of you. But here's the twist. That same card can become a powerful weapon. If you learn how to play the game, and what comes next reveals an even darker trap. Why revolving credit is a silent trap. Paying only the minimum balance seems like a relief, but it's actually a financial death sentence. Revolving credit is the deadliest solution in disguise. Banks sell it as flexibility, but it's a trap with interest rates that can go over 400% a year. Yeah, you read that right. 400%. It turns small debts into monsters in just a few weeks. It's like borrowing $100 and having to pay back $500. But it happens slowly, silently. Most people don't even realize they're caught in a cycle, because the monthly bill still feels manageable. But that's the illusion. Revolving credit doesn't solve. It postpones the pain while multiplying your debt like wildfire. The key to avoiding this trap is simple. Always pay your full statement. If you can't, negotiate, consolidate, or take out a lower interest loan. But never, ever let yourself stay on revolving credit. It looks harmless at first, but eats your finances from the inside out. And if that sounds bad, wait until you learn why they generously raise your credit limit. Why banks raise your limit. And it's not what you think. You know that message that says, "Congratulations, your credit limit has increased." That's bait, not a gift. Banks don't raise your limit because they believe in you. They do it because the more you spend, the more they profit. It's a simple equation. Higher spending equals more interest, equals more fees, equals more money for them. It's like giving a fish more line so they can yank the rod harder. You feel rich with a $10,000 limit, but don't realize you're being invited to spend money you don't have. And once you overspend, the bank swoops in with juicy interest charges. It's a beautiful cycle for them. Meanwhile, you're stuck with stress, anxiety, and years of financial damage. So next time your limit goes up, stop and ask, do I actually need this? A good rule of thumb is to use no more than 30% of your limit. And most importantly, never confuse your credit limit with your actual income. That mix-up is what keeps millions in debt. And the interest? Oh, it's worse than you think. How interest really works, and why it keeps you stuck. Compound interest is great when it works for you, but brutal when it works against you. With credit cards, it multiplies itself month after month. If you miss one payment, you'll be charged interest on top of interest the next month. It's a snowball effect, and it's silent. Before you even realize, your small debt has tripled. Let's say you miss a $1,000 payment. Within a year, that can turn into $3,000 or more, depending on your rate. And that's without late fees or penalties. Many people think they can catch up later, but interest doesn't wait. It keeps growing every single day. Like a leaking faucet, except it's your money pouring out. The scariest part is that it all looks normal, until it's not. That's why the #1 rule is never be late. If you're in trouble, look for lower interest options or negotiate with your bank. But whatever you do, don't let interest grow. Because if you think interest is sneaky, wait until you hear about all the hidden fees they don't tell you about. The hidden fees nobody pays attention to. Most people don't notice, but credit cards charge you for everything. Annual fees, cash advances, late payments, foreign transactions, over-limit approvals, and worst of all, these fees are buried deep in your statement under fancy names. Ever seen a mysterious financial charge? Yeah, that's them quietly draining your money. If you take out cash with your card, the interest starts immediately, unlike purchases, which have a grace period. Over-limit fees are another silent killer. The bank helps you by approving a charge, then slaps you with a big fee. It's basically charging you for your own mistake. It's like paying to keep digging your own hole. The solution? Read your statements carefully, request your full contract, and question every single charge. It might feel annoying, but it can save you hundreds, even thousands. And if this opened your eyes, wait until you hear how the wealthy use credit cards completely differently. Credit card strategies the wealthy use that no one talks about. Wealthy people don't use credit cards for emergencies. They use them strategically. They track every expense, collect points and cash back, and always pay the full balance. Their credit card works for them, not the other way around. In fact, they often use premium cards with high annual fees because the rewards are worth even more. They use points to fly for free, stay in luxury hotels, and earn cash back that turns into investments. Sounds far off? It's not. Even with a basic card, you can apply the same strategies. Centralize your spending, pay everything on credit with discipline, and use apps like Max Miles, Rakuten, or Honey to optimize rewards. The key is to stop treating the card like a villain and start using it like a tool. Rich people plan every move. They use spreadsheets, set limits, and think long-term. And the good news? These habits can be learned. But how do you turn a piece of plastic into an ally for building wealth? That's what's next. How to use a credit card to build wealth, not debt. Your credit card can be a lever, but only if you're in control. Used wisely, it helps you organize spending, earn rewards, and boost your credit score. And a solid credit score opens doors. Lower loan rates, better cards, and financial opportunities. It all starts with one habit. Always pay your bill in full. You can run your monthly expenses through the card, as long as you have a plan and a spending cap. Paying bills with reward-earning apps gives you cash back and miles. That's money you'd spend anyway, now working for you. This is financial intelligence in action. If you're thinking about investing, a clean credit history can be your ticket to better deals and faster approvals. The card becomes a stepping stone, not a trap, but it only works with consistency and clarity. And if you want long-term control, there's one little secret that makes all the difference. The secret to controlling your credit card and never being controlled again. Here's the truth. Credit cards aren't the enemy. Lack of control is. One powerful move is setting your own personal limit lower than what the bank offers. Say your card has a $5,000 limit. Treat your real max as $1,500. That way, you protect your finances even if life throws a curveball. This simple mindset shift is huge. Another trick is the 3-second rule. Before any purchase, stop, breathe, and ask, do I really need this? That tiny pause helps you kill impulse spending. Want to go deeper? Use apps like Mint, Wineaby, or even a simple spreadsheet to track everything. Visibility equals control. Controlling your card is like taming a wild animal. Tough at first, but with practice, it becomes second nature. And once you master that, you gain something bigger than money. You gain freedom. So now that you see how it all works, what will you do with this knowledge? Now that you know all this, how much longer are you going to let banks run your financial life? Still think debt is normal? Or are you finally ready to flip the script? Take back control and make your credit card work for you, not against you? Because the truth is, either you master the system or the system masters you. The power is in your hands. If you made it this far, you're already ahead of most people still sleepwalking through their finances. So start today. Ditch revolving credit, question your fees, and set your personal limit. And tell me, what would your life look like if you weren't drowning in debt anymore? If this video helped you, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. Oh, and there's another video on the screen right now that builds on everything we just talked about. Go watch it and keep growing. Your financial freedom starts right now.